Good morning, YouTubers. Hello, hello. Let's go, let's go, let's go, let's go, let's go. JDM. Golf clap, JDM. You get the golf clap today. How's that? Good morning, everybody. Let's go, let's go, let's go. To the moon. SSS Ganza. Good morning to you. Let's go, let's go, let's go. Yes. That's it, JDM. Go get him, baby. Marcus. Marcus with the heartbeat. Get your heartbeats in, everybody. War Saint, good morning. Durgesh, hello. Jared, Mr. Dave. Hello over there, my boys. Spy is looking good on the daily. Spy is looking good. Look at that, 8 and 20. Woo! Weingarten Farms, hello. How are you, Weingarten? Bump, bump. Med Cherry Powder. Let's go. Davion is here. Davion. Hello, Chris. Hola, hola, hola. SSJ, good morning. Good morning over there. Davion with the Harvey and the Popular. Mr. Day with the $1.99. Super chat over there on the tubes. Good morning, everyone. We got some good stuff in store for you this morning. But first off, how many people had a green day in the market, a green week in the market? Who was green in the market this past week? Ron Johnson, good morning. We have one of our brand new VIPers just had their first green week ever in the market. Ever in the market. So congratulations. Congratulations. Bobby, hello. Irfan, hello, my friend. Desiree with the rose. Andrew the believer, yes. When you come into the VIP, you start winning. It's that simple. Or you can keep losing, and we don't want you to do that, everybody. There's no reason to lose every day in the market. Will you have losing days here and there? Of course you will. Will you have losing trades? Of course. But it won't be chronic anymore. Let's go, let's go. Bump, 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 bump. Seltner, good morning to you. Mikey, good morning. Huxley, good morning, Huxley. Hello, Mr. Johnny. Mr. Johnny, hello. If you're here for the first time, hit that follow button. We are on every day, Monday through Sunday. We've been on 2 years straight. Let's go, let's go. Mr. Johnny, just don't be annoying or you're going to be blocked. Christina Zan with the rose, yes. Get your heartbeats in. Zen Method with the first. Hearts, the big hearts, yo. Hello, Hoka. How are you, Hoka? Good to see you. Kuns, good morning, Kuns. Hello, the facial blaster is here. Hello, facial. SSJ, congratulations. You tell me, Jude. You tell me. Good morning, good morning, good morning. Yo! Let's go. This is the best summer trading we've had in 21 years, everybody. That's all I got to say. 21 years, we never had momentum in the market during the summer like we got now. Yes, let's go. Josie, good morning. Good morning, Josie. Meg Cherry with the You're Awesome. Thank you, Meg. I appreciate you. All righty, everybody. We are at 8.8 thousand likes. We're going to get this party started. Are you ready? Are you ready, YouTube? Are you ready, TikTokers? Miss Market, if you're here for the first time, all we ask that you do is give us a follow, share the live out, donate when you can, tap, 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 okay? Here we go. Miss Market right now, our 8 and 20 London Daily looking good. We still got more room up. We got room up to the pivot right here to the top, right up here, tippity top, 640, okay, 640. Right now, we are a machine in the market. Just remember, everybody, especially during the summer months, we're cooking here. Remember, all roads come back to the 20. So you get a little far, and all roads come back to the heartbeat of the market. They will come back over and over and over again, okay? So make sure you keep that in mind. Yesterday in the market, on SPY, you were in a narrow state. Yes, called it out in the morning. Watch those narrow states when you're in position 2 to the upside in the market. Right now in this bull run we got going on, you're going to get some nice moves out of position 2 as well, all right? Normally when we don't have this great momentum, shocked that we have it right now, you're going to get these types of move coming out of position 1, not position 2, but right now you're getting them, okay? So Miss Market did her thing yesterday. It was great to see. Your 20 trended up. You'll come back into a narrow state coming back into Monday. The only problem you're going to have on Monday is you're going to be choppy in the market because your 200 is just pointing to the sky now. It's not flat like it was coming into yesterday, okay? So keep that in mind. We're going to head over to AMD. I want to know on AMD, where's the cup and handle guy? Where's that cup and handle guy? Where'd he go? Where'd he go, everybody? I hope he didn't go long at the open. I told him not to go long, Mr. Cup and Handle. Look at this. This is why we don't trade and look for nonsense. Whammo! That is why we don't trade nonsense. 176 level, 177. I must have said it on the live yesterday 100 times. Whammo! Right off that level and back down we came. Where are you, Cup and Handle? Where are you, Cup and Handle? They never come back when they're wrong. They never come back. Why is that? Why don't they ever come back, my beautiful traders? Mark Meza, yes. Meg Cherry, yes. Silly gooses. Just silly, silly, silly gooses. One of my trades from yesterday posted in the VIP. Are we ready? Are we ready? Are we ready? Here it is. Woo! Here it comes. Confirmation. Wham! Boom! Right back to the 20. Look at that thing. Look at that thing. $1 move on JPM yesterday to the moon. No, we're not going to the moon. The 200 was right there. I got out. Beautiful day in the market. 2 for 2. How did we do yesterday in the markets? How did we do yesterday in the markets, everybody? We're going to head over to Google. So Google coming into yesterday, we still have our whip zones mapped out here. Remember, over 197.35, over. Go look at the YouTube replay from yesterday. And you are in that narrow state, and off you went on Google. Google right now is doing good, but we get a little too far. Look, my beauties. We get a little too far here. Are we still going to go long up in this area? No, we're in a wide state. We're coming back. Remember, your 20 and 200 are going to meet up again by the end of the day for the most part, okay? So while people are trying to go to the moon up here, you're not going anywhere. All roads lead back to the 20. Once you get under the 20, now you're coming back down. We will teach you all of this and much more in the VIP. Stop losing, stop gambling, okay? And then you're back into your neutral state, of course, because daddy and the granddaddy always meet back up together again. How are we doing, everybody? Are we tapping over there on the tubes? Are we tapping over there on the tubes? Now, for a lot of you that traded JPM, I hope you have a direct access routing broker, because if you're using Webull or any of those free crappy brokers, you're going to have trouble getting in on these spreads, all right? And you have to know how to get in a trade with a big spread stock like JPM, okay? So you have to know we don't get in when we're moving to the upside because you're going to get filled horribly with big spreads. You got to be professional and get it on the downside. That's one of the only times you do it. I don't recommend it. I recommend that most traders only trade small spread stocks, okay? Your Apples, your AMDs, yada, yada, yada. Robinhood, sure. Let's go, everybody. Any questions you have about, most of you are going to be struggling in here in trading, and we want to help you, okay? So tell me what your problems are, and we'll go over them here. Here we go. Coming into yesterday, Robinhood. Narrow state over 111.33 was the call, and there you go. Now we get too wide again. Holy hell. The amateurs going to the moon. No, you're not. You're coming back to the 20. All roads lead back to the 20, folks. And then that 20 just can't get too far away from that 200. And they meet up again by the end of the day. Over and over and over and over. So what are we doing, everybody? What are you struggling with in the market? What are you struggling with in the market? Just put it in the chat. Is it still good buy? Is it still good buy? What does that mean? Also, folks, if you're going to ask a question in here, make sure you can put a complete sentence together, okay? Thank you. I appreciate you. The Qs. The Qs, the same old thing, all right? You open up here on the Qs in a bearish neutral state. See this here? Bearish neutral state. So at the open, you're not going. You need a pullback, which you get here, or a pause before you get narrow. So we get narrow right there. Look, boom, see it? Narrow, whammo, there it goes. You're not doing anything at the open until your 20 catches up to that 200. How many times do I say that on here, my beautiful traders? Patricia Skipper, good morning. Teddy Flows. Good to see you, sweetheart. And then, of course, look, we too wide. And then you meet up again. Bottle of make. What else are we looking at, everybody? What are you struggling with in the market? XXZ, thank you for the roses. I appreciate you. If you're here for the first time, hit that follow button. We are on every day, Monday through Sunday. Not EMA. Who cares? It's not the EMA, no. 20 and 200, yes. Amy, thank you for the follow. I appreciate you, sweetheart. Him, thank you for the follow. Apple. Apple was on watch yesterday, everybody. Remember, we had this on watch. Narrow state, position 1. There you go, to the upside. Yes! And that just speaks for itself. You need to know what you're doing, folks. You start to get wide here. You're not going long anymore. You're coming back. The 20's coming back to the 200. You need to know where you are in the market cycle. We talk about this all the time, okay? The main 3 things you must know to have any chance of being a consistent, profitable, monthly trader is what? What do you need to do? Number 1, you got to be amazing at risk management. That's the only thing you control in the market is risk management. If you can't do that and keep the promises you make to yourself, you're not going to have any good risk management. Now, what do we mean when we say keep the promises we make to ourselves? Because when you enter a trade, based on your risk to reward, you are going to know when you're supposed to get out. Can you keep the promise you make to yourself of getting out when the trade doesn't go your way? Most of you can't because the ego is too big. So you're going to say, I'm not going out. I was in that trade. That trade should have won because I was in it. So I'm not going to adhere to my risk and keep the promise I made to myself because it's still going to go the way I think it's going to go. And it doesn't. You blow up your account and then you're in trouble. So risk management, you must be great at risk management. Number two, you must know when to enter into the market. Most people have no clue when they enter into the market. Most traders, what they're going to do is they're going to enter on the same colored candles. So they'll see a green candle, green candle, green candle. They'll usually enter on the third or fourth green candle to the upside, thinking they're going to the moon, thinking it's momentum, thinking they're going to win, and then the market cycle turns over on them as soon as they get into the trade and they lose the trade, okay? So risk management is number one, entry is number two, and taking profits. This is one thing you are going to work on for the rest of your life right here. Once you master this one and this one, taking profits, you will work on maximizing your profits for the rest of your trading career. You will never have it down pat. You will never get it right all the time. So that is something you're always going to work on. So what does that mean, maximizing profits? That means knowing when to call it quits when you're in the green. Most traders, when they finally get into the green, which is very rare, they are so happy they want to get greedy because they're usually not in that situation. And they want to make as much as possible because they've lost so much. So that also is what gets traders into trouble. So risk management is number one. You got to be a great loser before you can ever have any success in the markets. Number two, you got to know where to enter. Where are your A-plus setups? Do you even know what an A-plus setup looks like, okay? And maximizing profits. That is the three foundations of trading right there. Most people can't do number one, and that's why they don't stay in the market that long. They'll come in for a week, maybe a month, maybe they'll grind out 2 months into the market as a trader, but in the end, they're ultimately going to fail. 92% of all traders fail in the market. Whether anyone wants to tell you differently or not, I'm telling you the facts, folks. 92%, a little over 9 out of 10 people will fail in the market. Not because they can't do this, is because they don't have the discipline to do this. That is the difference, okay? So that's something you have to look at in the mirror and say to yourself, can I do this or not? So those are the foundations of the market. Yeah, just take care of the mutants, please. Yeah, just zing them out, the mutants. Thank you. Now that we have the foundation of the market, what comes next? Well, number one, number two, number three, you must know the state of your stock at all times. What state is your stock in? Not the state that you're in, the state of the stock, okay? That is number one. Without knowing that, you're paralyzed. You will not be a consistent, profitable trader. Number two, what position is your stock in, okay? What position is the stock in at that time, and what state is the stock in? State, position. Does anyone know number three? Number three, anybody? Hello? Yes, thank you for the follows, everybody. Zen Method, Candy, Inferno, Furman, Aponce, XXZ. Look at all those donations. Let's go, everybody. What direction you're going in? No, we don't care what direction we go in. Market cycle. You must know the market cycle, folks. You need to know if you're in cycle 1, 2, and 3 at all times in the market, okay? Most traders just don't know that there is a cycle. They have no clue. Only thing they're worried about is opening up account because they're so desperate for money, getting in, thinking they're going to get rich, and what's going to happen is they're just going to lose and be in a worse situation by the end of the week, and sometimes by the end of the day. The market is not someone who's desperate. If you're desperate to make money, if you're desperate for a change, the market isn't for you, okay? You got to get all those things worked out first, all right? But what we do in our VIP is we are going to teach you how to trade professionally. We are going to teach you how to trade the correct way. You're going to learn all about state of your stock, position, market cycle. We are going to teach you all of that. We're going to teach you about risk to reward. Before you enter a trade, you need to know what you're risking in order to find out what your reward is going to be. You also need to know what you're risking to see if it breaks your trading rules, which leads me to this. If you don't have trading rules, you must know your maximum loss per day. That is one trading rule you must know. You must also know your maximum loss per trade. And number 3, how many trades are you taking on that day? How many trades, everybody? Those are the 3 trading rules you must need. We will go over all of them with you in the VIP. Without knowing your maximum loss per day, there is no way you are ever going to know if you could take a trade based on your risk to reward of that trade. Now, the problem here with risk to reward is the majority of traders don't have any clue what that means. So they enter a trade, they don't know what they're risking, they don't know when they're getting out. They just saw multiple same color candles and they are jumping in and they're going to hope for the best and say, God, please bless me today. But what happens is they wind up losing in the market. They lose big. They can't get out. They get more desperate than when they started, and now they got bigger problems than they did before they started trading in the markets. So you need trading rules. If you can't live by the rules that you give yourself and keep the promises you make to yourself in the markets every single day, then trading is not for you. Does everybody understand that? Does everybody understand that? Furman, thank you for the rose. I appreciate that so much. Okay? Yes, or you could do like Buffalo and lose betting sports. You have that option too, okay? So this is what you need to do. You got to know the foundation of trading. You got to know what market cycle, state, and position are. And then you got to have trading rules. And in our VIP, in our education community, we are going to teach you all of that. And we are going to give you all of that, okay? Then you're going to start trading in the markets. So some of the types of setups that we are going to teach you, all the setups that we teach it's a little higher than this, but I always start at the low end. 70% or higher winning percentages on the setups. That doesn't mean that you're going to have a 70% winning percentage. I don't have one. Most traders will never even reach 70% winning percentage, okay? We want you in the ballpark around 55%, okay? Now, if you have great risk management, you could bring this number down. You could probably get into the 48% also, okay? The lower you go in your winning percentage as a trader, the better risk to reward you must be as a trader. So you're going to be in the 1 to 2 profit margin here, okay? Risk to reward area. When we're in that 50%, we're usually our 1-to-1 traders, okay? So we'll teach you both. We'll teach you how to maximize and get your 2-to-1s, but we're primarily going to show you how you're going to get your 1-to-1s and when you're going to put your break even in before you get your 1-to-1. So a lot of our VIP traders, they enter trades now and they are able to put their break even in on the majority of their trades because they're entering at high probability setup plays, okay? And that's what you want. Remember, traders, what I told you when we first started this live. The only thing we control in the market, the only thing we control is risk management. That is it. So we are going to make you an amazing loser in the markets. That's the first thing our VIP is going to do for you. We are going to teach you how to lose properly. And once we start closing the hole in your bucket, because right now a lot of your buckets are leaking water, once we plug that bucket up, then we can start with entries and getting you some winners under your belts, okay? Getting your 1-to-1s and getting your 2-to-1s. Now, the only thing we control in the market is risk. So based on that, when you enter a trade, we're going to pull up here my JPM trade from yesterday, okay? So on JPM, and this is why the granddaddy of them all is so wicked. Look at that. Whoa, right into the whole number. Look at that. Wham! Right back down. So on my trade here on JPM, to the upside, up to that 200 yesterday, I knew what my risk to reward was. I knew where I was getting out on this trade, okay? Based on my maximum loss per trade and maximum loss per day rules. They all build on top of each other. Now, knowing what my risk was on this trade, once I'm in the trade, once I enter and I buy, and hopefully it moves to the upside, I have no more control over what's going to happen in the market. That's it. I now put the control into the hands of the gods, okay? The only thing I control is my risk. I know where I'm getting out, and I know based on my maximum loss per trade and maximum loss per day, I can take this trade and lose and be okay. See, a lot of traders in the market, when they lose, they need counseling after a loss in the market because they are so besides themselves because they just lost a lot of money. Okay? If you need counseling after you make a trade in the market, because you don't have trading rules. You don't know what your maximum loss per day was. You don't know what your maximum loss per trade was. You didn't even know what your risk to reward was on that trade. So now you need counseling because you don't know what you're doing in the market. And this market just wrecked your soul. So I knew what my risk management was on this trade. And if I lost this trade, I was okay with it because that's the name of the game. I only control my risk. But I also know that this trade to the upside here was a high probability setup. Now, which leads me into the break even that we were talking about. I also knew, based on taking this trade with high probability setup, the worst case scenario is I would get my break even in as I was going for my 1-to-1 or 2-to-1 to the upside on this. So what happens is I have to earn the right to put in my break even. You must earn the break even. When you get in a trade, you don't start being an amateur little piss boy trader and start moving that stop loss up like a little itty bitty cuckoos. I'm gonna move it up. Oh, I'm so scared. I don't know my risk to reward. I'm dragging this thing up. I'm dragging it. And that's not a trader, folks. That's a gambler, okay? So you do not do that. You must earn the right to put your break even in. Does everybody understand this? And in the VIP, we are going to teach you what the right is to put your break even in. So a couple things are going to happen here. We take high probability setups, okay? High probability percentage plays that are going to give you, they're going to give you the right to put your break even in. And a lot of times, you're going to get your 1-to-1 or 2-to-1, and you're going to start winning trades. Why? Why is this okay now? Because we're going to make you a machine at risk management first. We got to plug that bucket up before we can get to anything else. So you are going to lose. But each time you lose, they're going to get smaller and smaller and smaller and smaller and smaller. And then once we have that under control, then we can start teaching you the high probability setups. We can start teaching you how to break even when you get winners. And we're going to teach you how to get 1-to-1 and 2-to-1 plays. That is the foundation of trading. Not coming into the market, not throwing money into an account, not hoping and praying to the gods that please make this work today. You're going to have foundation under you. You're going to have skill as a trader now. The likelihood you will be green will go up, okay? And you will be confident in the trades that you take because now you will have risk management skills in the market. Only Dad in the UK with the heartbeat, the Rose, Papa, Cat M, Mr. Zach. Yes, look at all of these beautiful, beautiful donators. Thank you for all the donations over there on YouTube as well. We're going to plug in some roses here, okay? Because I love you, and I hope that you love me. And remember, traders, our goal, and for those that are learning for the first time, is to make you a better trader, okay? That is the goal. We're not here to hurt you. We are here to educate you in the markets, okay? Now, let's go over this part. So for a lot of you right now, the arrow pointing down is your losers. The arrow pointing up is your winners, okay? This is what your trading journey currently is. Your losers are just way bigger than your winners. Who here right now has bigger losing trades than winning trades? Put me in the chat. And please don't ever be afraid when I ask a question to answer it truthfully. No one, we're here to learn, okay? This is a good, safe spot, I promise you. Put me in the chat. If your losers are bigger than your winners, say me in the chats. Thank you over there, everybody controlling the YouTubes. Thank you. Oh, look at all of these me's. Okay. Got it. Me. Yes, Karen, to get into the VIP. I'm sorry, guys, that I didn't say this earlier. And then I'll put these arrows back up. You were going to head over to thevosstrading.com. This is where you're going to go to get into our VIP. This is where we're going to help you clean up the mess of your trading journey, okay? You could ask the current VIPers that are in my TikTok live and my YouTube live. They're all in the chat. Any questions? Ask them. Ask them how they're doing. Does it really help? Is this guy full of baloney? They'll answer your questions, okay? TheVossTrading.com. You can click the link or just go to TheVossTrading.com, okay? Now, back to business. Right now, your losers are bigger than your winners. And you're getting frustrated. Now, listen to me here. On the days that you have green trades, the little ones, you're happy, you're excited. You're like, I think I figured this thing out. Finally. You didn't, because what's going to happen is that big loser is just right around the corner, right? So how many of you get into a trade too, and then all of a sudden you get into the trade, you're all excited, I think this is the right one, and it immediately goes against you. You don't even get a little taste of green. It just whammo goes right against you. And you're like, oh, not again, right? As a trader, who went through that during your journey? Of course, we all have traders. That is the part of the process. But the reason that's happening is because you're getting in on the wrong side of the market cycle. Now, we are going to have a 30-minute education course on market cycle for you in our VIP in one of our courses. When you watch the market cycle, that is where I get a lot of messages in our VIP chat, and they usually go like this. And VIPers, you can tell me if I'm wrong or not. Oh my God, I can't believe how I used to trade in the wrong spot all the time. That's how it's going to go. You will probably put that in the VIP chat as well. So you're going to have an eye-opening experience. And one thing the VIP does, traders, is this. It's going to speed up your learning curve. Not only are we going to teach you how the market works, we're going to teach you how to trade properly, okay? The guessing will be over. You will have a foundation like we talked about earlier, and you're going to follow that foundation every day in the market. Are you still going to have losers? Of course you are. Will you still have red days? Of course you are. But they're going to be small, and your winners and winning days are going to be bigger, okay? So here's what we got. Your losers are bigger than your winners. We got to flip this upside down, all right? So can we flip this? Probably around 2 months. Your 2 months, your first month, you're still going to, what happens with traders that come into the VIP is they take what they think they know and they try to mix it with what I'm teaching you. Ain't going to work, because you're going to start winning, losing, winning, losing. You're going to do better than what you're doing, but you're still bringing in that BS garbage that you think you know, which you don't know. So you got to throw it out. We got to empty the cup completely when you come into that VIP. So we need to flip this. And what's going to happen is this is how the journey is going to go. You're still going to take these losses. See these big losses? But your winners are going to start to increase a little bit, okay? So these arrows, these green trades are going to start to come up. So right now, usually, and you're going to journal all your trades. We're going to teach you, we're going to show you the free journal you're going to use, and you're going to journal and upload your trades into this journal. And every month, you're going to send it to me, and I'm going to review it for you, okay? These green trades are going to start getting bigger because you're going to start trusting this setup. Your losers are going to still be big. Okay, because your risk management is still going to be, we're working on that, okay? But your winners are going to start becoming bigger. So right now, your average losers, let's say, are currently around $50. Every trade you take, you're averaging about $50 of loss. Your winners are averaging around $15 per trade. So your average losers are 50, and your average winners are around $15, okay? If you trade more than that, just put a 0 at the end, 500, 150, yada, yada, potato here, okay? And that is where you're currently at. As you start and learn in the VIP, this green is probably going to go up to about $45. So your losers are still going to be 50, but your winners are going to be 45. So we're going to get you closer to that 1-to-1 average losers to average winners, all right? Very, very important. Now, as we start hammering that risk management with you, this is going to start to come down. This will come down in around the $25 range. The $50 range will be over. And by that time, your winners should be around the $50 range now, okay? So your winners will be $50 on average, and your losers will be $25. We are going to flip the script for you, or we're going to try to at least. Nothing's guaranteed. So your winners are here, and your losers are here. That is the first thing we must do in the market to make you a consistent, profitable trader. Forget the money. Forget the money. You will become now a professional setup trader. Everyone put hashtag professional setup trader in the chat. Luli with the roses, Buckeye with the popular, the Heartbeat, Hillary, Mag Cherry, Only Dan, Papa, Cat M, Mr. Zach. Let's go, everybody. Yeah, let's go. Love you guys. I love you guys. Put professional trader in the chat, okay? And you're going to start to feel a lot better about your trades as weeks go on in the VIP. Now, here's a great thing. You're going to be in there with a lot of other people who are doing the same thing that you're doing. You're traders. You are a family. That is what we do. A lot of people right now are against you. They don't understand what you're doing. And there's two reasons why. Number one, they tried it and failed. Number two, they were taught that the only way to make a living is the job. You know that whole story, which is fine. You can do that, okay? They will be against you. You're going to tell them that you're trading, and they're going to laugh at you, and they're going to say, oh, yeah, that thing, he won't succeed, she won't succeed. That is where a community of a lot of other traders comes into play, because we're going to help you through that, because we all went through it also. Okay? And then here's what's going to happen, everybody. Are you ready? When you work hard, when you're disciplined, when you come in and say, Voss, I am going to learn this, I'm going to do this, let's do it together, those people that are against you right now are going to start kissing your ass once you start winning, okay? They're going to come in, and it's going to start to change their mindset. How's that trading going, Bill? Marcy, how's the you're doing good? Oh, I'm so happy for you. I knew you would be good at it. I knew it. I really deep down inside really knew it. No, they didn't. No, they didn't. Because remember Marcy and Bill about 6 months prior was laughing at you. But now they're kissing your ass because you're winning, and they couldn't. So that's why the community helps as well. You don't have to join my VIP. You could join anybody's community out there. I don't care what you do. Just get in one, all right? And you don't have to do this alone. I've been in my same community now for over 10 years. They're like family in there, okay? Because we are all in this together. We are traders. If you love this game called trading, say me in the chat. If you love this game called trading, say me in the chat on YouTube and TikTok. Let's see what we got here. Look at all of these me's. See, we're all in this together. Trading is hard. It is a journey. That doesn't mean you can't do it, okay? Now brings me to this, which is very important. We all start in this box, 100% box. We all start in here. We're all happy. We're going to be traders today. Woo! I can't wait to make all of this money. Woo! We're all in the box. And then what's going to happen is we're all going to branch outside of the box. Okay? Does anyone know why this box up here is bigger than this box? Does anyone know why that box is bigger than that box? Can anyone tell me why? Marino with the heart me, Shabazz with the goat, yes, and the roses, Buckeye. Thank you, everybody. Thank you for all the donations on YouTube as well. Here's why. Because we all start at 100, but 80% of you are going to quit. You will go over to this box. 20% of you are going to keep going. We all start here, and then we start branching out. We leave the boxes, okay? The quitters go to the 80%. The winners go to the 20%, all right? If I look at my VIP, it is exactly 80-20. Now, out of these 80%, 50% come back. After about a month or two, they go out and venture around, and they look for other education communities. They come back, and they say to me, I'm never leaving you again. Okay? Because all the other bullshit that's out there, I don't even want to know, okay? All I know is we're going to help you. So you want to be in this 20% box. In order to do that, you got to do a couple things. You must work your ass off every single day. We wake up, we're not going to feel good. Some days will be better than others, but we keep putting our one foot in front of the other. We still make it down to trade the markets in our simulators, okay? You must trade every single day, whether you feel good or you don't. I traded with 103 fever, with the flu, with the C word, with the stomach bug, you name it, I did it. My wife will tell you. She's like, what are you doing? Get back in bed. Nope, we trade today. That is how you get better. There are a lot of people who will say, I didn't take a trade today. I didn't take a trade today. You know why they didn't take a trade today? Because they mentally weren't feeling good that day. They were afraid to lose. They didn't want to go through, oh, if I lose today, I got to go through a couple hours of feeling down and bad about myself, and I can't handle it today. It'll just be too much. Suck it up, okay? That's what you got to do as a trader. You must trade every single day, okay? Every single day, you go down and you trade. Does everybody understand me? We don't take, oh, today, oh, my elbow hurts. Oh, I had a cramp in the middle of the night. Did you ever get one of those and you're hopping around your bedroom? Oh, God, put your foot on the floor, folks. That'll solve a lot. And go eat a banana, all right? But just because we wake up and that calf is real sore from hopping around your room with the cramp, you know what I'm talking about, we still go down and trade. All right? Put a little goo-goos and moo-moos on that calf, okay? And then get down there and trade in your simulator because you never know what day is going to be the eye-opener for you. You never know. Every day you trade, you learn, you journal, trade, journal, trade, journal, trade, journal, trade, journal, trade, journal, trade, journal. And then we review them at the end of the month. Okay? And I got to catch up on some actually this month. So, folks, are you going to be in the 80%? Or are you going to be in the 20%? Everyone that comes in here, okay, we love them too. The ones who just yap nonsense in here, they're in the 80%. They've tried this. They failed. They quit. So now they are quitters, and they can't handle being a quitter, so they want to make you a quitter as well because misery loves company. Always remember that, okay? So this is what they do now. They come into lives, and they because you know why? They tried trading, and they did this. It's a baby crying, YouTube. Okay? You don't want to be them. You do not want to be them. Who wants to be one of them? Put me in the chat. Who wants to be one of them? Put me in the chat. Anybody? No, Stinky Pinky doesn't want to be one of them. Right? No. 2WOG with the You're Awesome, Marina Shabazz. Thank you, Shabazz. Yes, Davion was one of them before. Davion would come in here and say, Voss, you bald-headed. Now he's one of our best VIP traders. He's one of our best. Congratulations, Davion. Not all, let me rephrase that. A lot of my VIP traders were once TROLLS. Yes, they were once them. They did that in here too. But they came in, they learned how to trade, and guess what? They're not that person anymore. Thank God. Love you, Davion. I love you. So how do you get into the beautiful VIP? And then we're going to answer any questions you have. What are you struggling with in the market? This is your time. You have me here. I will help you. TheVossTrading.com. That's where you're going to go to get into that beautiful VIP. And we're going to help you, and we're going to teach you how to trade, folks, whether you like it or not. Don't forget, there are a lot of people who are afraid of success, you know. Did you know that? There are a lot of people, they'll come in, they'll start having success, they get scared, and they can't handle it. That is a thing too, folks, so just keep that in mind, all right? What questions do we have? Your VIP is the best. Thank you, Bitcoin baby. I appreciate you. Pivots, okay? Common question. So what is a pivot, everybody? And you're going to have a full class on this in the VIP education videos, okay? So I like to base my pivots off my hourly chart, okay? You're going to see your highs and lows, my beauties. Hold on. You are going to see your highs and your lows, your peaks and your valleys. Everybody see them? These are major pivots in the market. A lot of times on these highs and lows, you are going to find these around what? Where do a lot of these circles reside? Does anybody know? Where do a lot of these circles reside? JWP, Davion, DJ, Stinky. Very good, everybody. Todd B. Yes, those friggin' whole numbers. Look at that. 300, 296, 295. A lot of your pivots will reside, not all of them, but a lot of them will reside near whole numbers. See them? Look, there's another one. Whammo, whammo, whammo. Whoa, we had an epiphany here today, didn't we? 276, here's another one. They will reside around your whole numbers. Why do they reside? Not all of them, but a lot of them. Why do a lot of them reside around whole numbers? Does anybody know? Let's go, let's go. Good job, Troy. Christina, good job. Hector, what's up, baby? What if a person can't afford? Hector, you're going to be in a simulator. So while we're teaching you how to trade in your simulator in the VIP, you're going to start saving money. So if one day you decide to go live, yes, Stinky Peaky, good job. Psychological resistance. In the market, a whole number is psychological resistance. So did you ever get one of those people that come on live and say, it ain't psychological trading. It ain't psychological. The whole thing is psychological. It doesn't matter what market you're in. You trade crypto, Forex, futures, whole numbers. Go look at them. They're all rejecting pivots. Same thing. Doesn't change. Price action is king. You can't trade price action. You can't trade anything. Here we go. Whole numbers. They are major support and resistance psychological levels. That's why we reject to the upside off of them. And that's why we reject to the downside off of them for a short. So a lot of your pivots are going to be around those levels. You still must know where your highs and lows are at all time. Because if you're in a trade and you're 1-to-1, your risk to reward says you could take the trade and you have room up to one of these pivots, you can take the trade. Now, do I recommend that you do this? Whoops. On your charts. Ready? Boom, 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 boom. Okay, do I recommend you do that? You can. You can. But then you're going to have an execution time frame that looks like this, all right? So you will have your channels in there. I don't trade with horizontal lines on my chart. We will teach you both ways, this way, and we will teach you the right way to do it. All right. So what I do is you must, traders, let's go over this now. You must trade with 4 time frames. Okay. They're going to be up on your screen like this. Your execution time frame and your higher time frames. Okay. You must trade on multiple time frames. What time frame is the most important time frame when we are executing? What time frame, okay? We are going to do, hold on, everybody. The 1 minute, we're going to do multiple choice here. The 2 minute, or the 5 minute. Which letter? Which is the one that you are going to execute on? Hector will teach you all that in the VIP. Correct. Number 3, the 5-minute chart is the one. That is where you're going to make the bulk of your living is on the 5-minute chart, okay? The 2-minute chart, we're going to train you on how to use between 9:30 a.m. and 9:45 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. You're always going to have your 2-minute chart up, though, okay? And you can flip between your 5 and your 2. I have 5 time frames up, and I have my 2 right here, okay? So let me do this so you can see it better. I want to make sure I'm in the screen. So here's my 2, my 5, my 15, my 1 hour, and my daily. That's how I trade. I'm constantly looking from left to right. That's what professionals do. We're looking left to right. We're scanning. The 2-minute is where the state of your stock is going to live. You are going to determine the state of your stock always based off the 2-minute chart. Mark that down. Your 5-minute chart between 9:45 and the rest of the day is where you're going to execute on. Your 15, your 1 hour, and your daily is going to be there to make sure that if you enter a trade on the 5-minute chart, you have room on the higher time frames to get your 1-to-1 or your 2-to-1 in the market. And we're going to teach you how to do that as well. We have a whole training on multiple time frames, okay? So most traders do this, okay? You don't want to be this trader. Are we ready? And if this is you, you're about to have an aha moment. Most novice traders that lose, that's nothing wrong with you. It's just that you lose every day or every month in the market. Down here, you're going to have RSI. Above that, you probably got MACD. And above that, you probably got volume. Okay? And then you probably got some oscillator somewhere hanging around here. All right? Then you're drawing your trend lines. You're becoming an architect all of a sudden because this is what you were taught to do on YouTube. Now you're an architect. And then you probably got some Bollinger Bands up here flying around. And that is how you are trying to trade the market every day. Now, I can tell you right now, this is a recipe for a disaster. So currently, those of you that have a chart that look like this, we just want to know. Put me in the chat. Good morning, Hammer. Good to see you. That's me. Me. Here they come. Okay. Now, listen, traders. Most of you are losing every month. At the end of the month, you're probably red, either big or minimally red. All right. Hey, Joey, what's up, man? That is what your chart looks like. And here's the problem with this. You are going to get what we called analysis paralysis. So you're not going to know when the hell to get in. You're checking the oscillator. Oh, I think I should get in. Oh, is the volume big enough? Oh, okay. The MACD. Oh, man. RSI. And how are those Bollinger Bands? Are we up at the bottom of it, the bands? Oh, man. And the trend line. What are you doing? You're never going to win. You're never going to enter a trade ever. Okay? So you finally get the nerve to enter a trade and you're going to lose. Okay? You're going to lose, and then the downward spiral starts. Because most novice traders, when they lose that first trade, all hell breaks loose afterwards. They can't control themselves. So they're in, out, trying to make up for that loss they had. And all they're doing is building the bigger of a loss. Loss. When we train you in the VIP, this is what your chart's going to look like. Are we ready? This probably scrambles your brain. You probably wish to yourself, I wish I don't need all of this stuff on my chart. Isn't there a way to do this? Of course there is. You think a professional trader has this on their chart? You think they're using Webull? You think they're using Robinhood on the phone? No. This is what your chart's going to look like. Boom! That's what your 5 minutes going to look like. This is what your 15 minutes going to look like. This is what your hourly is going to look like, okay? And your daily. And this is what your 2 minutes going to look like. The days of the nonsense. The days of the gambling. The days of not knowing what you're doing. The days of hoping and praying. You know what that means? That means after the bell goes off, a lot of novice traders, they get in and they close their eyes. I'm in. Oh my God, is it going to go my way today? And then all of a sudden, these fingers start to open up. Oh! It went against me again. Why? That's probably the majority of your trading days. We're going to clean that up for you, okay? Does everybody understand that? You're not guessing anymore. We will get you in the simulator. You are going to trade and lose. And what are we going to do? I want to know the foundation of trading. What are we going to do for you? First thing is what? Risk. We're going to clean up this mess. We're going to try to. Nothing's guaranteed. We're going to make you a good losing trader, okay? Hopefully, we make you a great losing trader. Number 2, you're finally going to know where the hell to get into a trade. With confidence. You will enter a trade. You will see the setup coming. You're going to say, if it does this, I'm in. Based on your risk to reward, based on your maximum loss per day and maximum loss per trade. You're going to know when to enter now, folks. Okay? All the VIPers, do you all know, for the most part, where to enter now? Yes or no? Ask them. Thank you, Marcus. Thank you, Candy. Alessandro, Candy, Bugger. Yo. Yes, we'll do XRP. So we're going to make you lose the right way. We're going to teach you how to enter the proper way. And then we're going to teach you how to maximize your profits, okay, in your sim. We're going to maximize those profits and teach you when to get out. Folks, most traders, they can't get out of this one. They're stuck in number 1, and then they quit because they don't know how to lose. They don't know what their maximum loss per day is, their trade, like we talked about. They don't even know what the hell a risk to reward is on their trade, okay? And you're going to learn all this stuff. In order to be a consistent trader, you got to learn. It's a skill, okay? Most traders just Let's throw the dice. No, 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 no. Okay? And as you know from your results, it ain't going to work. Okay? It's not going to work. Now, questions. I'm going to go over to XRP. What questions do you have? We're going to go back to the questions, everybody. Woo. So right now here on XRP, this is a perfect live scenario. What state are we in? We are starting to get a little wide here on XRP. Would I be looking to do anything this way? I would not. I would be looking to go back to that 200, and I'm going to wait for that to occur. Patience, everybody. We know that all roads, this will be your first lesson, all roads will always lead back to the 20, to the heartbeat of the market. Always. It will always, always do it. Okay? We also know, we talked about this at the beginning of the live. This is starting to get a little far away from each other. There's too much room. Daddy left for work here around 9 a.m. It is now 10 a.m. He's coming back home for some dinner. He wants some dinner with Papa. This is his father, the granddaddy of them all. And you're going to learn all about the granddaddy of them all, okay? Bum, 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 bum. Good morning, Levi, my boy. Hector Bermudez, potential correction. Is that a question? Levi, Candy, Levi, yes. Hammer those roses, my beauties. Let's go to the moon. The VIP is $49.99 a month. Nice and cheap. We keep it nice and cheap. Okay? $49.99 a month or $449 for the year. You get 3 months free with the yearly because I'm a nice guy. You get 3 months free here. If you can't afford $49.99 a month to learn how to trade, you best be not trading. Please don't do it. Wizard with a Wizard, hello. How does one get into trading? Join the VIP, Wizard. We will teach you how to trade. If you never traded before in your life, we will teach you how to trade. We have a bunch of VIP traders that never traded before at a day in their life. If you are one of the VIP traders that never traded before and you are now a trader, say me in the chat. Candy's one of our top traders in our VIP. She's been with us for 18 months. She's never traded a day in her life before that. And I prefer people that way. If you never traded before, I want you because I don't have to deal with the ego and all that other nonsense. You know what I'm saying? Day Brighter, you want to learn the strategy? Get in the VIP. I went through a lot of heartache for that strategy. 21 years. Rob S., the free version on the VIP gives you access to video testimonials from our VIP members. It also gives you a little taste of what our education is like in there as well, okay? And in the free chat, you can ask me a few questions, and I personally will answer them. Thank you for the follows, everybody. I appreciate you. Supply and demand strategy. Supply and demand strategy. Supply and demand. I mean, it's a tough world. If that makes you sound smarter, then okay. What should you be buying at this moment? An education. So right here, we'll pin your comment. You should be buying yourself an education. Okay? How do you get in the VIP? You are going to head over to the VIP. You're going to head over to thevosstrading.com. Listen, guys, if you click the link in my TikTok bio, it's going to take like 30 seconds, and then it's going to bring you to the website. That's because TikTok checks the links now for you, okay? Or just go to www.thevosstrading.com or just thevosstrading.com, okay? And that'll get you to the VIP page. Ocean, we do all our training in WAP. We do not use Discord. Discord is a cesspool. I don't want somebody with a first name that has the entire alphabet in it trying to message you on Discord and trying to scam you. So we went to a real platform now. Everything is done in WAP. You know what I'm talking about? The person will message you on Discord. Who the hell is that? Buyer stepped in, Hector. Of course they did, because you're the state of your stock. You are too far to the downside. And you'll learn all this in the VIP. TheVossTrading.com. TheVossTrading.com. I don't know what crypto rate, what the hell he's talking about, but love Stinky Pinky, loves Discord. Thank you for the follows, everybody. I appreciate it. I love my beautiful traders on YouTube and TikTok. Candy, Levi, Marcus, Alessandro, 2W, Shabazz, Marina. Can we finish those roses off, everybody? We're almost there. Luli, Buckeye, D-Shop, Upon Inferno. Let's go, my babies. Zen Method, Mark Meza, McCherry, Andrew the Believer, JDM, Marcus, Powder, McCherry, Davion, Sue, Felicia, everyone who, Rap Skull, everyone who donated today, who supported, who tapped. We love you. We thank you. We are here to help you, okay? We are here to help. We have the evidence of other humans behind us, okay? We will help you, all right? If you love trading, okay? Remember, folks, on XRP, as we come over here, we are starting to get into that, the neutral wide state. That 20 will come back to that 200. All right. Any other questions we have? You're welcome, McCherry. Any other questions we have, my beauties? All my beautiful traders, all my beautiful soon-to-be traders, we are here for you. We will help you, but you got to help yourself first. I can't make that decision for you. Rob S., yes, you can upgrade to a full year after joining. So if you do a monthly for 3 months, you just cancel the monthly, and then you buy a yearly. And then for the moment you buy the yearly, that'll start your yearly, okay? King Caesar! We don't use any indicators, damn. No indicators. Amateurs use indicators. All right? Thank you, King Caesar! Caesar, yes! Go! Yeah, King! I love you, my king! Thank you! Let's go to the moon. Yes, folks, you get in the VIP this weekend. You can start watching. Monday, you're going to have a totally different outlook on how the market works, okay? Yes, of course we're going to start going that way. Of course. And you're going to learn that soon, too. All right? I love you all. We will be back on tomorrow. Yes, we'll be back on tomorrow as well. Bring your questions with you. I love you all so much, and we'll see you tomorrow. Have a great weekend, everybody. Be safe out there. Have fun, and always remember, all roads lead back to the heartbeat of the market. Love you.